Have you ever been blindsided by someone you trusted deeply? Imagine this. You've poured your time, energy, and heart into a relationship, only to discover they've been betraying you behind your back. The pain hits like a freight train, leaving you humiliated, angry, and utterly lost. Trust me, I've been there. Let me share a story about a friend of mine, Mark. He was in a long-term relationship with a woman he believed to be his soulmate. They planned vacations, dreamed of their future, and even discussed starting a family. Then one day, he discovered she had been seeing someone else for months. His first instinct was to confront her, yell, demand answers. But what if I told you that the most powerful response in situations like this is silence? This isn't about revenge or quick fixes. It's about reclaiming your power, restoring your self-worth, and walking away with your dignity intact. Let's explore why staying silent can speak louder than any words ever could. Point 1. Silence is strength, not weakness. When betrayal strikes, silence might feel unnatural. You want to vent your anger, demand explanations, or even retaliate. But here's the secret. Your silence communicates something far more powerful. It says, I'm above this. I don't need your validation. When you argue or plead, you hand over control, showing them how deeply they've affected you. Staying silent, on the other hand, reclaims your power. Take Mark, for instance. Instead of lashing out, he chose to remain silent. His ex, desperate for a reaction, bombarded him with texts, demanding to know why he wasn't responding. But his silence forced her to sit with her guilt. That's the key. Silence holds up a mirror to their actions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By staying silent, you assert that your peace isn't up for grabs. Point 2. Why they seek a reaction. When someone cheats or betrays you, guilt gnaws at them. But guilt often twists itself into a need to shift blame. Your ex doesn't seek your forgiveness. They're looking for a way to justify their actions and ease their conscience. Engaging in their arguments only provides them an outlet to turn your pain into a debate. Imagine a courtroom. If you don't show up, the case can't proceed. They're left standing there alone with their guilt. That's why they push you to react. Don't fall into that trap. Silence denies them the closure they crave. Mark's silence haunted his ex for months. She admitted later that her imagination ran wild, imagining every worst-case scenario about what he might be thinking. That's the beauty of silence. It becomes your ally, letting their guilt do the work for you. Point 3. Don't give them a lifeline. When you respond, you give them something to hold on to, an argument to refute, a justification to twist, or even an excuse to paint themselves as the victim. Silence denies them that lifeline. Have you ever noticed how silence is often misinterpreted? People project their worst fears onto it. A cheater will assume you think the absolute worst of them, even if you're just focusing on yourself. Research in behavioral psychology shows that uncertainty creates more anxiety than facing known consequences. By staying silent, you leave them stranded, forced to face the consequences of their actions in their own mind. That's far more impactful than any argument. Point 4. The cleanest revenge. Revenge is tempting. You want them to feel the pain they caused, but true revenge isn't about making them suffer. It's about showing them they no longer have power over you. Silence is the ultimate mic drop. It says, I'm done. I'm moving on. You're not even worth my words. Think of athletes who lose a game. The ones who storm off the field, shouting and blaming, look weak, but those who shake hands and walk away command respect. Mark didn't stop at silence. He focused on himself. He hit the gym, picked up new hobbies, and surrounded himself with supportive friends. When his ex saw how much he had leveled up, she reached out again, apologizing profusely. By then, her words meant nothing. That's real revenge. Thriving. Point 5. Learning from the pain. Staying silent doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, it means processing them on your own terms. Use the experience as a lesson. Ask yourself, were there red flags I ignored? Did I settle for less than I deserved? As Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, victorious warriors win first and then go to war. In relationships, this means understanding yourself before jumping into the next one. Mark took months to heal. He journaled, sought therapy, and read books like Attached by Amir Levine to better understand relationship dynamics. When he started dating again, he was wiser, more confident, and more self-assured. That's the goal, not just to survive betrayal, but to emerge stronger. When someone betrays you, they take more than your trust. They try to take your sense of self, but they can only take what you allow. By staying silent, you're not just withholding words, you're reclaiming your dignity, your strength, and your future. So, what will you choose? To argue and stay stuck, or to stay silent and move forward? The power is in your hands. If this message resonates with you, take the first step toward reclaiming your power and share your thoughts below.